Let's say you're working on that D minor chord and it's a little tight down there. It really is. So let's do it like a bar chord. So we can do this a few different ways. First thing I recommend is finding the root of the D minor bar chord, which is going to be on the 5th string. So we could call this a root 5 chord, because the root's on the 5th string. That gets us oriented, you know. It's like our map, you know, it's our milestone. 5th string, 5th fret is D. And you really got to know that just instantly. There can't, you know, whatever, if that's a big problem, let's put some more time on that, finding your root notes. So if we say, hey man, key of D, you should be thinking this, or open D, or maybe 6th fret, or a 6th string 10th fret. But for now, we're doing, you know, there's more than one. All right, so we find that root. We can do a root and a 5th, which makes a power chord. Yeah, root and a 5th makes a power chord. If you add your pinky, 3rd string, 7th fret, that's another D. So what we got here is D, A, D. Still a power chord. So I'm on my fingertips like crazy, of course. Now comes the minor 3rd, which is going to make it either major or minor, and this is going to be minor. Middle finger, 2nd string, 6th fret. That's an F note. Let's make that reverb longer, just to make it kind of epic here. So we're going to add that F to what we had. How's your hand doing? It sounds precious with that reverb, doesn't it? So I'm still on my fingertips. I'm not laying anything flat. And then my 1st string will be open just for a second here. My hand's getting tired. All right, so remember everything we did. You can let your hand cool off for a second, but don't forget that. Okay, so we're gonna rebuild that whenever you're ready. And this time, we're gonna lay the index flat across 5 strings, not the 6th string. Well, you can touch it. Actually, if you touch that with the tip of your index finger, the 6th string, you're gonna mute it. That's good. So here we go. That's a bar chord. See how my finger's pretty flat or pretty straight? It's curving a little bit. A lot of times students will curve too much, but it's like your thumb rolls out here. That will help straighten your index. If your thumb is up here, then my index is too bent. So we have to get that index pretty straight for bar chord business. Your hand kind of makes its own capo. That looks like a capo, doesn't it? Okay. There we go, buddy. All right, so you're investing some effort here, aren't you? You're making an investment in time. Where's the payback for this pain and suffering? Well, I'm telling you, man, this pays you back with interest. Not only can you play D minor, you can do G minor. Bar chords pay you back. You put in that effort, it hurts, you're frustrated, you're angry, you're about ready to quit guitar. Many do, but if you hang with it, you'll get the benefits. These get really easy. All right, I'm gonna do my song again. This is off the Surf Zombies' 5th studio album. It's called Wild Man. It goes. And it just keeps going. There's actually a bridge in there too, but mainly it's just that one main figure was going to be the song, and then my bass player Trevor said, "Hey man, let's add this bridge in there." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So it's really good to collaborate. Funny thing about collaborating is you can get territorial over your song, your idea. And you get rigid and you get locked in. Nope, it's got to be this way, which sometimes is okay, but other times, if your friend says, "Hey man, I got a bridge," or "Let's change a chord," or let's tweak a lyric," it's better to go, "Okay, here's my favorite thing." Even though it may be like internally causing terrible turmoil. It's like, "You are messing with my song. I'm really offended." I know that feeling, but instead of saying anything, I go, "Hey man, let's try it," and we'll try it. And that's what we all say, even though we may, what do you call it? Our gut instinct is to reject a suggestion. Just say, "Wow, I hadn't thought of that. Let's try it." Okay. And that's kind of our motto in Surf Zombies. And we really have zero ego battles, which is really nice to have people you can work with and just say, "Man, you did great, dude. Way to go. You're moving way ahead of what I could have even thought about." Or together, we've collaborated to make, our songs better and teach each other things. It's really cool. So, that's what makes it fun, when you got people you can bounce ideas off of. So that was my idea. I'm going to dial that reverb back a little bit on the decay. Well, the part Trevor came up with goes like, oops. Oops. And then, then there's a bass solo, and we're back to our so on and so forth. So we could learn that song sometime too, if anybody wants to, but cool. All right, that's good. Keep working on your D minor chords and try to find out what other chords fit with it. And I'll suggest things, and you can ask questions all you like, and I'll answer the best I can. And I should probably be getting some other things done, but thanks for hanging out. I'll see you soon.